Hello, welcome back for today's another session. Give me a moment before I reveal my screen with you. Okay, here I am. So this is where we left off last time, so we'll continue from this screen. Let's get started. So we need to load the episodes like that, Now each episode is gonna have, you already have the model, I think. Yeah, episode number, string, cover image, title, podcast name, yeah, that's it, I think. So let's get going. We already have this. Perfect. So we need a list view, separated builder. For now, I'll just say 5 items. Let me know if you can hear me properly. Okay, so we need text, two texts, or maybe three texts, one for duration, one for title, and one for the number, and one for if it's playing. We'll just have this animation. Or shall we show the cover art of that episode? Do people upload different cover art for their different episodes? Well, of course they do, but they also have their podcast cover image. But if all the all the episode cover image is same as podcast image, then there's no point showing all the same image for each item. Let's do that. Quickly create this. For this, we'll just use the list style. We'll have a leading, we'll have an let's take a look at animated icon widget and animated icons. We still have the play pause icon animation here. We'll use that when we'll have player to work with. Okay, for now let's use just text. Yeah, just text. We don't have a player yet. And we can always use this. Okay, we have a few more things. We don't have the duration yet. We'll add that soon. Once we'll have the working app, we'll have the duration right from the back end. But I'm just gonna hard code it with something like this, some random numbers. Now we have it. Now we just need to customize the style for this specific view. Let's start with the text styling. Let's say color should be black for the number of the episode. Font weight should be 500, and what else should I add here? Color, font weight, font size. Let's try 14, which is default. We can always reduce that. Let's have a text style. Colors. Again, black. Let's copy this thing. Now let me open that design image again to check. we have a little bit smaller fonts for these two, and the title is a little bigger, so we're just gonna use a 12 here as well as here. Now we need to align few things. First of all, we're just gonna say content padding, edge and sets 0, minimum leading width 0, minimum vertical padding 0. That's a lot better already. Okay, so what should we do now? Let's think about it. Do we have alignment here? Title alignment. Alignment center. I don't know. What do you take? List. Okay, let's have that then. List style, title alignment. Okay. Perfect. Now the text is in the center. Now that looks good. Now there is one more thing that we can change, which is the title itself. It's just single line text. The rest is the overflow numbers. So what we can actually do is come here, just gonna say overflow, text overflow, ellipsis, and now we have it. Also, I'm just gonna mention max line should be one and only one line only. That's it. Now I'm gonna check the separator builder to see how many. Okay, I don't need separation then. Let's just use classic builder. Still we have a lot of space to get rid of. Hello everyone, say hi in the chat. How are you? Okay. Doing well, that's good. Here we have it. I think we did it. I think that's it. I'm building a podcast application. You can go and take a look at the previous streams for more in-depth understanding. This is what we are building. It's a podcast relevant app. You can listen to the podcast, you can download them, you can create your account here. No, it's not a music player, it's more like a audio player, which will play the audio of all the podcasts if you listen to them. Just like a Spotify has a podcast, Apple Podcast. You got the point. Yeah. How much experience in Flutter I have? I have 3 years, I believe. Yeah, 3 years, or even more. I don't remember, but yeah, I think it's 3 years now. Yeah. Okay, we need to reduce the space. Okay, I think I know what to do. I can just say dense to true. Then this is still less space, but still we need to reduce a little bit more than that. Or not. I think that's enough of the space. Yeah, I think that's enough space. We are done with the podcast screen. Just need to add a on-tap listener, so when user taps on that, it should start playing, you know. Function. For now, we'll just do nothing. So yeah, it's just gonna be clicking. Okay, what is that comment? Company, your current company and position. I have my own company. Position as a founder and CEO. The channel you're watching right now is my company. You can just go to the website from the description. We make softwares of any kind, and this is one of the software that I'm making with one of our clients, you know. If you also want to work with us, then you can schedule a free call with me, and we'll see how we can help you with your project. Okay, so now let's hit commit the changes that we made. Podcast screen done. Commit sync changes. We'll have the source code into the GitHub repository synced successfully. Yeah, we have Upwork as well, but I don't use it that much. Okay, this looks good to me. Let's design the player screen, the ultimate god of the app. The core screen, which is gonna be used the most of the time. So let's do that. Are you excited about it? Because I am. It's really good thing to do. Okay, we have done the podcast screen. Why not just do these two easy screens first, so we can just remove tasks from our to-do list? More tasks are gone from the list. Is better for us, you know. Let's also create episode screen. Do we need episode screen? Like, what do you think about it? Tell me your opinion. Like, do we even need a separate screen for episodes? Like, player has the information about the episodes. Why do we even need that screen? Anyway, so let's just remove that. When user clicks on episode, it should not open a new screen. It just should start playing that podcast episode, and the information about that episode will be there in the player screen. So you don't need that. Yeah, so let's just remove that right off this list. And category screen and recommendation screen. Okay, we need to do those two things. Now, recommendation screen will have the list of all the podcasts which are recommended to the user or the listener, and the category screen will have all the podcasts related to that category. So let's do that. Should we use a grid view or a list view for the category screen? And let's use a grid view or not. Like, if I click here, it should just show me the 2x2, not a 2x2, but 2 by infinite scrolling till the amount of recommendation and all that thing exists. You know, like, for example, if there are like 10 recommended podcasts, then it should be like 5x2 or 2x5, whatever you call it. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, we can do that, or we can just have a list view, one item at a time. No two items, no grid view, just a list view, one after another. Okay, let's just go with the grid format. We're just gonna use similar thing that we did here. So if I open any specific category, it should just show me the grid of podcast. And if I open view all, then it should just show me the categories that are top, the top categories. So let's just do this one. Top categories screen. We have the children, and here we're gonna do. Let's see, we have it. Okay, so we have a column. Can I have a static method, and can I call it column? And can I pass the build contacts inside it? And return this. As well as I need a list of widgets, but no, I think we'll need that here anyway. I don't need a build contacts. I can just have widgets. I can just call it children. And why not just use a named parameter with the required children? If you want to use this. Yeah, now I can see it. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is okay, let's just keep this widget as it is, and let's grab the things that we need. We'll be back to the previous file where we were already working on. Let's just not use this. Instead, we're gonna use grid view directly in here. We're gonna say builder. Hello, what's up? Where are you from? How should I pronounce your name, by the way? Let's have sliver grid delegate with a fixed cross-axis count. Let's say 2. I'm gonna have an item builder. And I'll just have category item, and we're gonna have category from the categories, at least for now. Just static mock data. Once we have the actual data from the backend, we can actually see that too. Okay, so now we need to pass item count. I'm gonna say categories dot length, and that error is gone. Now what do we need to do to make it look good, look better, you know, than what it is right now? You have spacing will be 24 sp. Cross axis should also be a 24 sp. Now that already looks good, but not yet. Let's add a padding. Oh, 24 sp. Okay, now we still need to change. I don't know, something is there in my eye. Just such irritation. Okay, yeah, I think this is good to go. We can reduce the height, like change the aspect ratio 1:3. No, 3:1. Or 4:1. Oh, okay. I'm good. How are you? How are you doing? What's your name, mate? What's your first name? Categories, we can just decrease. Okay, I think that's enough. We did it. Yeah, I don't want to speak in that language because I have an international audience as well who is not gonna understand what I'm gonna speak. Your name, yes. Is it what I read on your username? We need to work there, as well as we need to work on this. View all trending podcast, view all trending episodes. Yeah, let's add that button there if you want it. It's also fine. I think there will not be much of trending stuff. It will just limit the amount of things that can be to contact me. There are several ways. You can definitely contact me on email. or on the Twitter, that's my email. Or X, what do you call it? Twitter. This is my Twitter username. That is my Twitter username. And that is a link to my Twitter directly. You can just, click and send me DM if you want to contact me to talk about anything, Lane Hogan just subscribed to our channel. Welcome, Lane Hogan. How are you? Thank you. We'll have another live stream once we have the app in the store, App Store and Play Store, so we all can see the final app. It's gonna be amazing. So excited to test it and have your feedback, people who are following along with me on this journey since the beginning. Tricks Studios, looks like you are also one of the companies. What do you do, guys? Okay, you guys do have a Blender tutorials or maybe Blender related videos. Anyways, so what I was talking about was what should we do here. If I click any of the category, then we just want to load the list of podcasts. Oh, you do game development? That's amazing. I've tried the game development a few years ago, but I liked app development more than that. That's just my personal choice. But yeah, that's amazing. I have friends who do game development. So what should we load when any of the category opens? A grid view or a list view? That is the question. Should we just have a list view or a grid view? As well as we have to do the same thing for recommended. If somebody clicks view all, we need to show that. Yes. Feature first architecture. You mean the folder structure, right? That's not architecture actually. This is just how I like to organize my things. This is still not fully organized actually. This is, yeah, I also think the grid view is gonna be good. We'll have a 2 by infinity, 2 by n size of a grid view. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, so I was talking about this. So the folder structure right now is still not properly organized in my opinion, because in most of my projects I still have even better organization, but I don't like the feature first approach. Let me tell you why I don't like that. With yeah, structure. I know some people call it architecture, but I just call it structure. What I call architecture is like state management and file management, everything working together. Right now I am in like a first phase. After this challenge is over, this challenge is just 7 days challenge, so I'm trying to get the most MVP ready and out in the store for the client, and I have give the client more time than 7 days. Of course, we need to make it really good product, that runs really smoothly on all device. So we'll work on that revisions after the stream or the 7 days challenge is over. We'll have a lot of stuff reorganizing, restructuring thing. We have a whole team here working on different projects right now. Thank you, Whole Trick Studio. Sure, you can schedule a call with me. It's a free call. You can discuss your requirements. You can just go to our website and go to the book a call section and just book your call. It's free. First call consultation, everything is free first time if you're creating your app or you need app. Thank you for the best wishes. Now let's have a grid view, shall we? So if user clicks any of the categories, we'll just have to have for example business talk, then we have a specific screen for that. So this is where we're gonna work. So remove the body, let's just have a grid view. Also, Lane Hogan, you look like a Flutter developer. Tell me about yourself, like what do you do? What kind of apps have you built so far? I want to see. I can help you grow. You can just tweet about your applications if you have made or any projects, and I'll just retweet it from my account and my company's account if that helps you in any way. Sliver grid delegate cross access. Yeah, let's just use this. Let's have it do. Let's have an item count builder too. And final. Okay, you are Air Hogan. Then you just subscribed, so I thought you are someone new. Android development, I know. And their name was something, I was like, I have heard this name, but I don't remember where. Android dev, correct, I know. We even have a complex architecture or folder structure in some of our projects, but it is a complex, but it is really well organized. Yeah, like you can find everything you want very easily. Plus we have comments everywhere. We don't have that thing yet in this code base. We also have a documentation, like a web HTML based and MD files, all that in this project itself. So if we deliver the project to the client, they will have everything to continue on their own or with other developers if they want to, or we can just continue working on this, and any of our team member can jump to the project by just referring to those docs, and he just know what he wants to work on and where he have to work on. It's just so easy. This is just a challenge, trying to do the crazy stuff online, you know. That's what I'm passionate about, creating mobile apps. You can just check out my introduction video on this channel. Just go there, watch that. It's just a 2-minute video. Anyways, let's have the grid view. Plus, this is a Firebase project, so we don't have a lot of things that we have when we work with any specific API or any specific stuff like specific sensors, you know. And this kind of architecture, the folder structure, is mostly used in a web development in the React. So I also develop web apps with React. We have something similar to this in a React as well. So just like to keep things simple when we start, and then we can just redo a lot of stuff. I mean, reorganization, not the actual coding, but yeah, of course we can do a clean up, some kind of cleanup, you know, in the code base. We can just use this recommendation item here. Let's see. Then we'll just rename a lot of things. We'll have some more fields. Okay. Sorry, just pasting things up. Have a title, we'll have subtitle, we'll have image URL, and we'll have on tab listener. Now let's quickly create a podcast from a mock data. Podcasts dot, sorry, let's just have it. Now title will be the podcast name, subtitle will be the podcast author name, and of course podcast cover image, and then we'll have think we did it. Just need to configure a few things, and that's it. Now we're just gonna have main axis spacing and cross axis spacing. We're just gonna have a 16 SP. Cross axis spacing again, 16 SP. Oops, just press the shortcut key for settings. That I shouldn't be pressing it. Okay, anyways, we also need to add padding, so let's add a padding. Let's have it symmetric, vertical, again 16 SP. Horizontally we're gonna have a 24, or we can reduce it to 16 again if we want, but I think the 24 is the standard padding that I've used for all of the streams almost, so we should just maintain that everywhere. I think that's it. Now we need to fix this error. That's it. Let's fix it. Let's have a boolean variable dense in this widget, and let's just rename it to podcast item. And instead of these three variables, we can just have podcast model instead. Okay, need to fix this. Now you can just have a podcast model dot cover URL, podcast model dot name, podcast model dot author name, and then close it. We don't need to pass anything up here. Just gonna say podcast model podcast. And also the dense is not required. Dense is false by default. We'll reduce the size of that specific one. Podcast model, podcast, and all the errors are gone from the code. Oh, that's good. Today I decided to start the second session a little late so I can connect with some audience which are not available when I'm working on my time. So let's see how many people we can connect with. Okay, so we just need to reduce the size. Let's do that. Let's rename the file as well. I will just use this boolean variable with dense, then use that. Or I have another good idea. Let's just not use that at all. And also let's just add some constraints. Box constraints, max height to 30 SP, and max width should be 180 SP. And we can just remove this, and the image size can be removed as well. Okay, so now we have another issue, but I think we can fix it. Okay, I see. We had this problem before as well. Let's just use our own old classic way that we did with that. Yeah, let's just have a dense Boolean variable in here. If it's dense, then we'll just reduce the width of that to... I think we don't have an issue with width, we just have an issue with height. So why not just change the height of the container to a little less than what we have. Well, that's really great news for you. Congratulations, Lane Hogan. That's amazing. You can share the link of the app with us. We can see it all together. Just paste the link. I'll open it in the browser and I'll show everyone else as well. If you're comfortable with that, no pressure. Or if you have permission from your company to do that. Good evening, welcome back. Okay, I see 10 million plus downloads. Okay, then it's probably a well-known app, well-known company. Error fixed. Just need to adjust the... Okay, well-known company in US. Nice. Let's do the recommendation, all recommendation screen, you know? Recommended section, for example. We have this one, yeah. So it should be here. Perfect, I found it. So we need to create this screen. Okay, what if I delete that? How many places have used it? Only one. Okay, then I don't need to delete it. I'm just gonna rename it. No, I think I just deleted that file. Let me come and print back. Yeah. Okay, not a problem anymore. We just need to rename a few things. Yes, for state preservation, what I usually use is, I haven't done that yet because when we'll implement the functionality, we'll have that. So you don't have to reload the things again and again. Let me show you what do we use for that. We'll have that done soon, because once we start implementing functionalities, the actual calls, we'll have that. We use this mixin. Let me show you that. Let's just implement that. Just reminded me of that, so why not? Let's use it. So this is the home screen. So what I'll do is I'll implement have a page view with non-scrollable physics, but you can people with that with index tag. I see. I'm not sure about if client wants it this way. If clients wants to, let user swipe between tabs, we can do that. We can try that. Definitely, let's try that. Let's go to the tabs wrapper, and we have the page view. So that's what you're talking about, indexed stack. Then we'll not have to use, okay, I have index and I have children's. Index, selected tab. Let's restart the app. Now if I try to navigate, okay, I need to also adjust the code in the, we don't have that controller, so we need to update the index instead. Index equals to index. Let's restart. Okay, it's not navigating. Also, we can eliminate this function from here because we don't need it. It's same thing. although we still need it because we are managing the state in the other widget. But anyways, I would still like to go with a page view, which is more robust with its navigation with, you know, any kind of Go router. If I want to navigate to a specific tab, I can just do that quickly. Just to preserve the state, I have a solution with a page view as well. If I remove this, then user can swipe between tabs, right, with the page view. As well as user can have saved state with this. Now I'll just have to do the same thing for every tab that I have. For now, let's just go to the Explore tab and let's copy this automatic keep alive client, mix in, and then the name of your widget, Explore screen, and we're just gonna have to have super.build. In this way, we can also decide whether we want to keep the state or not. In some cases, we don't want to, then we can just have a condition here which can return either true or false, and we can just have it if we want to preserve a state, you know. Now if I restart the app, once these things are loaded, when I go to this tab, this thing is also loaded. Now when I come back, it's not going to reload, it's just going to preserve the state. For example, if I scroll down, I go there, when I come back, it's still the same. But if I don't want to save the state of this, then what I'll do is I'll return false. Start the app. Now scroll down, go to that screen, come back, it's rebuilding. So it's rebuilding the whole screen. So that is really handy to save the state, as well as if clients want to do this or not, we can just add one parameter and change it. It's so easy, because requirements change time to time till the project ends. That's my personal experience. So code is refining all the time. Anyways, where were we actually? In the all recommendations, view all. So let's go and do that. All podcast screen. Let me rename this to recommendation. Should I call it recommendation or recommended? Recommended podcast screen. Now let me rename the widget as well. Perfect. So now when user lands on here, we'll have a grid view. So let's just copy a few things from the other screen that we created. Yeah, from here. Now we also have two separate widgets for this. One for recommendation and one for this. Okay, let me import required. Perfect. So now if I restart the app, if I go to the downloads, go to view all, I have this. Okay, I don't have app bar yet. I need to copy that thing as well from there. All I just need to do is to change the app bar title to recommended. Recommendations and import this. Okay, we have the recommendations. If I click on view all, I have the recommendations. If I go do this, we also have it here. If I go and do this, if we open any categories, we do have that as well. Even if you go and do this, you can just go and take a look around. You can go and have a look at that thing. So all left is the player screen. When user play any episode, it should play. So we have almost done the UI part. Of course, there will be some changes if needed in future. We'll implement the features. We'll have maybe more information, more fields. But yeah, that's it. So let's commit all the changes we had. And whatever the changes we made in here, most of them are state preservation thing that we did, and podcast screen. No, that was already done in the previous commit. What do we need to do now then? Yeah. this one, recommendations and categories. So I can just say podcast screen done, just hit comment. Okay, okay. Let's create a player screen now. I have some reference images from the client again. Let me open them. First, let me just download them, then we'll open it up and we'll see it together. That is here. We'll first try to create a separate screen, and then we'll try to also create a minimized version of the player. This is what he sent me. So yeah, I mean, let's do it. Oops, I just closed that image. Let me open it again. So we have save option, bookmark option, actually not a save. We have normal player controllers like seek bar with the duration, play pause button, speed button, forward and backward. I don't know what this button is about. I don't get it. What is the use of these two buttons? I think this one is a sleep timer because in Spotify they have a similar icon for sleep timer. What do you think about other two icons? What are these for? Here is the episode title, and here is the podcast name, and here is the author's name, and here is the podcast or the episode cover image. Yeah. Now playing, go back, and bookmark. Yeah, that is a sleep timer. But what is this? What are these two for? That is a playback speed. And do we even need a bookmark? Like there is a functionality of a bookmark, which is like suppose you're in the middle of the podcast and now you hit the bookmark button, then it will save that specific timestamp of that specific episode in your account, so you can go to your bookmarks and read them, or it is just a like or like a favorite button. Just click there and this episode will be there in that specific collection of your thing. Okay, one is playing animation. So let's quickly build this UI and then we'll think about a few things. I think the podcast name should be first and then the author's name, and the spacing here is also like, I don't understand why is this like that. Instead we can have a share icon here and like icon, the heart, like the way we have it in here in the screen, you know. We can have the animation, it's not a problem. So let's create it, let's quickly create it. So if somebody plays the podcast, it should open it like this. Plus we need to minimize the players, so that is a bit tricky thing, but let's do it. So let's have that. Then all we need to do is to just implement all the functionalities which is required for this app to be functional. Let's do it quickly. Let's create a player screen. And let's redirect users to the player screen if they click on any of the episodes in any of the screen. Like, users should not be redirected to any other screen if it's... Yeah, let's delete the episode screen. Let's have player screen instead. So if I click this, it's gonna open up the player screen. Now, one thing we haven't done yet is this. So let's have it. Same goes for this. So that is a podcast screen and podcast episode section. Whenever you use a tabs here, it should be redirected to push material page route. Perfect. So when I do this, it should also open the same screen. Let's go to the screen and open the reference design again. We'll have to have now playing text, the heart icon, and the back icon. So let's do that first. App bar, custom app bar. We have title, now playing. And we'll have actions, we'll have icon, custom icon button. I don't know, I don't remember what was the name I gave. Icon. Yes, podcast icon button. Why not just I'm gonna go with Flutter. There is no comparison. React Native is indeed slow and bulky. Plus, you have to write CSS for everything, so I don't like that. Flutter is way better than React Native. Perfect, now we have it. So if I go here, then we have the icon we need. Perfect. And if we go here, then also we have the icons we need. I don't really think we even need the dents now. Let's try it. We need it. Now let's quickly have the cover art image, few text, and slider, few buttons, and we are done. Okay, it's a stateful widget, so we need to do this. Perfect. Now let's go to this. Yeah, let's have a size. Let's use screen width. Now we almost need 90% of the screen width, so we're gonna use that. Size, width, and height. Both should be the same, and there we have the image, the cover art. Border radius dot circular 26. Now let's have a text. Now let's keep the title with more font weight. And then the podcast name with and let's increase the font size a little bit, as well as let's add a text align dot center. We'll also show the episode number just before the title, and then we'll work on these controls. I will have a separate section for those controls, so we can have player, there's info section, episode info section. And this is where I'm gonna put this code. From where I have learned Flutter, well, it's not a specific source, it's multiple sources from where I have learned that. Multiple YouTubers, multiple websites, mostly flutter.dev, the official Flutter cookbook. You can go and refer that. You can go to this channel and go to the channels section. There are YouTube channels from where I've learned and the content I like about Flutter they create. The channel on which you're watching the stream, just go to that and then go to the channels tab. I think it's after playlist, and then you'll see different kind of channels that creates the content about Flutter. Just go to the channels tab here. You can refer any of these channels. These are really good for Flutter development, and these are channels from where I have learned or I have took help. And of course flutter.dev, and then you can just go to cookbook here, docs, cookbook, and from here you can learn whatever you want to learn, from animations, from designing the apps, from creating different kind of effects like a shimmer effects, photo filter, and a lot of other stuff. Again, how to create forms, gestures like a double tap, single tap, long tap, all kind of gestures, swiping, images, lists, maintenance, how to have an error, how to navigate user from one screen to other, as well as the deep linking and all that kind of stuff, how to do networking, how to call backend and APIs, how to have persistent local storage, and a lot of other things like a camera and all other hardware stuff, how to test your app with unit tests and all that lot of stuff. It's just really good. You can also go to the Flutter gallery and Flutter samples and demos, and they have created a lot of demos with the source code and explanation about what you can create with Flutter. They have also created the game. Just go and have a look there. This is a Flutter gallery of like a material widgets. These are Cupertino widgets, like these are for Android, these are for Cupertino, like these are for like iOS. Cupertino widgets are for iOS, material are for Android, and other basic stuff. And these are the web app templates created by the Flutter team. You can just open any of them. Like for example, this is an email app made with Flutter Web. And if you click compose, you can compose the email. Okay, so let's have that section. There are a lot of native Android resources. I have been a native Android developer. There is one channel, not one, there are a few channels which creates a lot of content around the native Android development. You can go and refer that as well, because I'm also a native Android developer as well as Flutter developer. Now we have this. Let's create another section for controls. React is good for web. I use it for web apps instead of Flutter, but for mobile apps, I'm just gonna go with Flutter. It's good. Okay, so let's create a new section for this. Okay, so we need to have a column and then a row with the two texts. For example, I'm just gonna say 1 2 colon 3 4, or maybe 2 3, or whatever it is, and just the same thing. Main axis alignment, space between. Now we have this. We'll just have to add a slider below that. We can just have a 0.5, and we have it. So we have the slider. Now to remove the extra space from start and end, we just need to go to the material, app, and theme data. Now inside here we have some configurations to do. Slider theme data. I hope. Dot copy width. No. We'll check the documentation. Perfect. So now we don't have that extra space. Let's have a state, temporary state, of course. Now we can interact with it. Now there is one more problem. We don't want any kind of divisions or like yeah, that's it. I think we'll have more customization in it. You can also change the height with custom track shape. Yeah. Track height. Let's just say 10 SP, very less. Oh, sorry, it's really more than what I had. 5, 4, 3 SP. We don't have that extra space, so we can decide that space on our own from here. Now this is a component on its own. Player seek bar or player seek bar. Yeah, let's just turn on that. Okay, let's take a short break. I'll be right back. Hello again, welcome back. Now there is one more thing I found out, which is if you go to search and suppose searcher user should be redirected to the player screen. So let's do this as well. Let's do this quickly. What are we calling it, by the way? Search result item. I think we don't need to do anything here, but wherever we have used this in a search delegate, we definitely need to do something here. So here you're just gonna add gesture detector on tap, on tap. From here we'll do close, and in result we'll just return the episode model or the episode ID. For now I'm just gonna return null. Just gonna add a comment here, return episode model or episode ID. Yeah, however we're gonna load the thing, we'll just need to make sure. So if I do this, that's what's gonna happen. And wherever we have used the search delegate, we need to implement one more thing. You can try Flutter. Yes, go for Flutter for mobile app tab. So here I'm gonna return episode model, and we'll have okay, let's do this. Episodes index, yeah. And how many episodes do we have actually? So say episodes length, and yeah, let me just copy this and so if you let me restart the app. Late initialization error. What is this? Okay, let's stop the app and let's clear all the cache data and let's rebuild. Hello. Hello. Hi. Okay, now let's run the app again. And let me close those apps which are not in use. Say hi in the comment section, guys, if you're watching. Let's chat while it's building. We'll complete the player screen and then we'll just go. We'll come back tomorrow, day 6 and day 7, and we'll have the functionalities being implemented. We'll have so we have 4 sessions left, 2 on the 6th day and 2 on the 7th day. And technically, if we just take a look at that way, then on the first day we just work for like 2 hours. Yeah, so we also have one more extra session on the last day when we'll publish the app. Yeah, cool. Okay, it's taking some time to generate the builds. Okay, it's a pretty late here, so I think I'll have to just stop the stream here. We'll continue from there tomorrow. We just have a few things to do. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Okay, we have the app running. Let's fix this issue and end the stream. We'll come back tomorrow again with the most exciting functionality sessions. So let's quickly do this. Player seek bar, where have I used it? Okay, here. Let's try this. If it works, then that means we have error here, so let's fix this. We have some issues. I don't understand where, but I have some guesses. Let's see. Okay, my AirPods have no battery left, but you guys can still listen to the music. Okay, it looks like we have to delete this app. Have to close these things and reopen it, because that's what happened last time when I encountered error in one of the session. As soon as I stopped the stream and closed everything and came back, it was working. અત્યારે હું કામ ચાલે છે મારું. Okay, let's see if it's solved or not. Okay, it's not. So there is something definitely wrong. Is it because of this? Oh no. Yes, because we just have that. If I restart, it was because of the track height. Yes. So what do we do now? Well, it's not initialized yet, but we're still trying to do this. So let's do this. Let's remove it from here. And let's go to the player control section, and here let's have a theme. Don't we have a theme here? Okay, so we cannot customize it directly, but there is another way we can do it. Okay, let's just remove the SB and have a 3. I think that's also gonna work. Let's quickly copy this, have the player seek bar start. Let's paste this. Let's rename this to player seek bar, and here we'll just use player seek bar. Let's restart the app. Don't have any error. If I go to this, we have working app bar. Perfect. Now we can actually give some kind of margin like that, and we can have this. We can have 5 icon buttons. Yup, icon. Button. Icon. Feather icon. Start. just play for now to just, yeah. Now let me duplicate this 4 times. Let's bring up the screenshot. We have back and forward and 1x, 2x and 3x and whatever it is. Let's just say speed, I don't know, let's go to the feathericons.com. Let's look for the icon that we can use. Joe's Nathan, hi, how are you? Okay, nice. Just 2 days remaining. Okay, so we can have rewind and forward. If we have rewind, then it should be a pair of it somewhere. Yeah, we have moon, we have rewind, we have forward, fast forward. So let's use these icons. Let's start with moon, rewind, fast forward, and here we'll have a speed meter. I don't really think we have something that we can use from the feather icons, but we have something that we can use in material icons, so we'll just use that. Yeah, 1x. We also have like a 2x, 3x, 1.5x. We have icons here, just need to find them. Anyways, we'll just use this for now. Icons dot 1 1x, and now in the middle, in the center, we'll have a container, animated icon, animated icons, delay pause. Okay, so now let's set the color, theme color, progress. For now, I'm just gonna set. Okay, that's animation progress. let's create animation controller, and let's initialize that in the init method, and let's make it late. I know it's a private variable, that's what's giving the warning. We also gonna need a single ticket provider mixin for animation, and then we'll have a function that will be called when user taps on that specific icon. Now in the progress, we will connect animation controller, as well as we need to restart the app. Now we'll need to define a size and color. Let's have a blue color. Let's have a size. Size can be 24 sp. Let's go here. Now we have this animation. Now we still need to define click listeners. So how are we gonna do that? Well, let's do it in this way. Wrap it with gesture detector on tab. On tab, we just need to call toggle play pause for now. That is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have a box decoration. We can have colors dot blue dot shade 100, and we can have a padding from all of the side 8 sp or maybe 10 sp. Space around, yeah, that looks good. Maybe even more, yeah. And let's have a shape box shape dot circle. So if I press this, you can see it's animating from play to pause, just like you see in a YouTube. That's pretty cool animation. What do you think about it? Okay, so we have completed the player screen, but okay, yeah, we have completed the screen. Just need to, okay, we don't need to do these two buttons. We have this one, we did that. Just need to rearrange or like give a proper spacing between each of them. Yeah, let's do that. So now we can press these, and I can even just make it space between so it takes full width available. Okay. Okay, we have a scroll controller, so that is not gonna work. We don't need a scroll controller. So we're just gonna make it column instead. Okay, we need to go to this. The UI is just not looking good. Let's increase the flex to 2. Or maybe let's just say 2 here and 3 here. Maybe 5, 7, 4 and 5. Okay. Now all we need to do is just add another spacer there. Let's give it a flex 1, flex 5. Now we need to only do a few things. What if I remove the expanded region from there? It's done. Now one last thing, so we can actually rearrange the stuff the way we want it. Let me do a few more changes. Player controls. Now instead of 5 flex up there and here, I don't really think I need a flex up here, but we can use it to give some maybe 2. What if I just make it 3? Okay, this not seems to be working, but let's see if we have any errors. Yet, but we can actually fix a few things to make it work. So if I now just give a spacer like that, then why it's just going only that down? Let's wrap this with container and let's just check the background color to see how much area is being used. Okay, so that is the problem. Expanded. Remove it. Then it's gone. But if I add it, and I add also add, I don't understand why we don't have anything here. Okay, so now we have a spacer here. I believe that's creating that thing. If I remove it, this is strange. Why do we have that space, and why cannot we use that space? So stupid. So silly. Okay, let's just have a symmetric vertically 16 SP and horizontally 24 SP, and we have it. I don't know what I was doing before, but yeah. Now we can have two spacers here and here, as well as we can have spacer between here as well. Now we can have a flex of 3 and 3 like that. Let's remove the color, or even like a 5, which will rearrange the whole thing. Now we have an error there as well because we need to increase the flex. 3 flex 2. Or if I just say 2 and 1 here, well, that's not gonna work, but we can have 4 by 3, 3 by 2. This works. So it's gonna be a responsive UI. We have successfully completed the player screen. So let's commit all the changes, and let's just say player screen UI done. Commit, synchronize the changes. And let's stop the app and generate the Android and iOS builds and send it over to the client for testing and go home. Yeah. What kind of issue we have? Let's see. Show me if there's something I forgot. Okay, let's run this. Maybe we can use material icons. For that, we have it. Just gonna use that. Yeah. Forward 10, replay 10. That's the name of icon. That's what we're gonna use. As well as we need to increase the size now to 24 sp. (30 sp). I don't know. And I need to change the color as well. Black 54. So let's copy the size. Let's paste it. Maybe we can decrease the size a little bit, like 26. For the feather icons. For the material icons, 30 is good enough. Just how to use forward. That's it. Also, let's align this whole thing in the center, same spacing up and at the bottom as well. In full screen, main axis alignment center, cross axis alignment center. Okay, I think it's time now. Let's end the stream. It's already 3 hours and 26 minutes, the longest live stream I've ever done in this challenge and in my life, yeah. So let's quickly sign off and see you again tomorrow. Yeah, we just have 2 days left. Let me upload the APK file quickly. And let me share it with the client and you guys as well. If you want to test this app, here you go. Scan this code, or I'm just gonna paste this link in the description of the stream. This link is only valid for 24 hours, so if it's already been 24 hours, then the link is expired. Okay. Let me go to the description and edit that live. Edit video. And I'm gonna add the link here in the description. Today's progress, Android APK, and here's the link. Save it. Now you can refresh the stream, and or just if you're on mobile, just go back and open it again and you will have the link. Click on it and install it on your Android device if you want to. That's it for Android. We have 3 viewers now. Hello. If you're interested, just go down in the description and install it. Okay guys, stream will be ending soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you again tomorrow.